Welcome to Corvette Today, the show that talks about everything Corvette, with your host, Steve Garrett, lifetime member of the National Corvette Museum, president of the Corvette Club of Kansas City, Missouri, and radio disc jockey at the #1 radio station in Kansas City for over 45 years. Here's Steve Garrett.
Thanks for listening and watching Corvette Today, the show that talks about everything Corvette, and the only current podcast dedicated to Corvette. I'm your host, Steve Garrett. I appreciate you tuning in. Corvette Today is brought to you by Wheelcraft. Want to dress up your Corvette with bright chrome or black chrome wheels? Visit wheelcraft.com and learn about their advanced PVD chrome finishing. They can refinish your wheels or offer a wheel exchange for most models, and it comes with a 5-year warranty. Visit wheelcraft.com today or call them at 833-639-4231. You can listen to Corvette Today on all podcast platforms. You can also listen on your smart device. Just say, "Hey Google," or "Alexa, play the podcast called Corvette Today," and you're connected. And be sure to visit the Corvette Today website. It's CorvetteToday.com. You can access everything there, including the Corvette Today merchandise store. You can also join our Corvette Today Facebook group there as well. Also, make sure you sign up for the Corvette Today emails, notifications, and updates at CorvetteToday.ck.page. Be sure to subscribe to our Corvette Today YouTube channel. See all Corvette Today episodes on YouTube as well. And be sure to patronize our flagship sponsors of Corvette Today, MidEngineCorvetteForum.com, the forum that focuses on the new mid-engine C8 Corvette. Meet a lot of fellow Corvette enthusiasts like yourself at MidEngineCorvetteForum.com. Soul Performance Products, developed and manufactured in the United States, the Soul Performance Products exhaust portfolio has been tailored to elevate the experience of the world's most exciting sports cars, including the latest generation of the Corvette. Soul Performance Products at SOULPP.com, the official performance exhaust of Corvette Today. Aerolarri Wheels, a true forged wheel with over 20 unique styles to choose from for your C8 and wide-body versions of the C7, C6, and C5 Corvette. It's an amazing value, starting at only $23.88 for a set of 4 fully forged wheels. And use the promo code CT111 and get $100 off your purchase. Visit aerolarri.com. Ciocca Corvettes. If you're a Corvette enthusiast, and I know you are since you're listening and watching Corvette Today, then you need to know about Ciocca Corvette. They're based in Atlantic City, where you can find over 100 new and pre-owned vets on the lot and inbound. Ciocca also ships Corvettes all over the country, custom ordered to your specifications. They're staffed with experienced pros who can answer all your questions. So don't compromise. Visit CioccaCorvette.com. That's CIOCCA Corvette.com and find out more. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. E5 Wheels. E5 Wheels is a passionate and dedicated wheel company that serves only Corvette. They make spun-forged wheels for your C8, C7, and C6 Corvette. With the best fitment in the industry, E5 Wheels ensures your wheels complement the aesthetics and functionality while optimizing the performance of your Corvette. Visit e5wheels.com or call them at 305-964-7429. Let me introduce you to United Restyling, where passion meets precision for your C8 Corvette. They specialize in premium interior and exterior trim products and kits designed to match the color of your Corvette. You'll get perfect fit and effortless installation every time. Check out the full line of Corvette products and kits at UnitedRestyling.com or call 860-718-9955 and use the promo code STEVE10 for a 10% discount on your total purchase. And a shout out to Corvette Forum, welcoming Corvette enthusiasts from around the world. All right, my friend, it's time to bring you the latest Corvette news and headlines with my pal Keith Cornett from CorvetteBlogger.com. As you know, Keith is with me every other week, and we keep you current and up to date on what's happening with America's sports car. Keith, welcome back to the show. Happy fall, buddy.
Hey, happy fall to you too as well. The weather is finally starting to change down here in Florida, and I know that other parts of the country is also looking pretty good out there. So get out there and enjoy the cars. This is what I call top-down weather right now, for sure is happening.
Especially in Tampa, right?
Yes.
Well, buddy, let's start off like we always do. Let's get a Corvette production update from the Bowling Green Assembly Plant.
Absolutely, Steve. So we're about 2 months now into the 2026 model year, and production is actually looking real solid right now. We're averaging probably around 150 or so cars per day over the 2 shifts. I haven't seen any issues or bubble ups or anything like that that's got us concerned about anything right now. As of last week, there are 3,481 Stingrays produced, 1,456 Z06s, and then we have 223 E-Rays and 228 ZR1s have been completed so far. So that's 5,388 Corvettes produced, 420 2026. Again, if you caught those numbers, we now have more ZR1s produced than E-Rays by just a couple of numbers there. So that's been interesting to watch. That's been a horse race, actually, we've been watching every day to see if the ZR1 was going to catch up and surpass the E-Ray production, and it has done that.
Wow.
That's pretty cool to see that number, especially when people are thinking, oh, they're only going to continue to make just a few ZR1s per day. Again, that's really taken off.
That's really cool. And speaking of E-Rays and Z06s, they are now being invoiced and shipped to dealers finally.
Yeah, and so, a dealer can't sell a car without it being invoiced to them first. And then you generally like the window stickers follow and all that stuff. It's just kind of like the paper trail of these cars. Since production started, there were no E-Rays sent out. And then, of course, the Z06s were subject to that stop sale on the spilled fuel issues. All of a sudden, late last week, or I guess it was the weekend, we got a call from one of our dealers saying, hey, invoices just came in and he's got cars now that are scheduled to ship. As the Monday rolled around, we actually were able to confirm that through the Chevrolet Live Tracker that cars were shipping.
That's awesome. And ZR1s are shipping too, aren't they?
Yeah, so this is really exciting because, again, with the 228 ZR1s produced, they were stuck at the plant as well over that fuel filler issue, but they've got that fixed and they're putting out cars. So like we said, at the beginning, when they first started making these cars, the ZR1s, they're only completing like 1 or 2 units per day. And then towards the end of the 2025 model run, they were up to 3, which is like, hey, up to 3. But over the last 4 weeks, they've actually been very consistent with 6 to 9 ZR1s completed daily. And I think 5 times now in September, they've done double digits. They've done 10 cars 3 times and then 12 cars 2 times. So they're really going off on these cars right now. The Chevrolet Live Inventory Tracker showed that 67 of these new ZR1s were already in transit to their dealers this week. We actually found that 7 new ZR1s were headed to McMulkin Corvette up in New Hampshire, and then another 2 were headed back down to Sioka Corvette in Atlantic City. The other cool thing, too, is we can see the price ranges. The MSRP on these 67 ZR1 shipping range from $198,000 all the way up to $235,000.
Wow.
That's really good news. And the really good news for 2026 models as well, because we are showing 827 new Z06s that are either now available at dealers or listed as in transit. For the E-Ray, we've got 122 of those that are now showing in transit as well. It looks like the 2026s are finally getting out to dealer showrooms.
It looks like the flow is going back in full force, isn't it?
It is. Yes, it is.
That's great. Okay, with all that good news, we did get September constraints. Tell me about those.
Yeah, so we wrapped up September ordering just last week. The only option that was constrained across the entire model lineup is that new CF8, the electrochromic roof. That had 0 availability across all models. And then as we go through each of the models, the Stingray, no Q9i 20-spoke gloss black wheels. The carbon fiber constraints are really starting to loosen up for the Z06 again. We had quantities available for the high wing. Also limited for Z06 are the new body color painted ground effects. That's a new thing for 2026. Those are partially constrained as well. Dealers actually got ZR1 allocations again, and we're seeing that the optional J59 brakes are listed as 0 availability. Of course, if you order the ZTK, you get those as part of it, so that might limit the ZTK package as well right now. But yeah, we heard a number of ZR1s were allocated last week, so it does appear we are starting to really get into that peak performance of ZR1 being produced. Pretty excited about that, Steve.
That's great news. Also, GM released the order guide for the ZR1X, which I was really excited to see, Keith.
Yeah, and this is all the standard and optional equipment, the colors, and everything else that can be ordered on Chevy's new hypercar. So when it drops, it tells us that they're getting ready for ordering. It's coming soon. GM actually organized the ZR1X data within all the same pages as they have with the ZR1, which again just shows how closely these two cars are tied together. There were a couple differences. We went through the order guide to find what was different. So you got that HP1, the electrified front axle, which is on both the E-Ray and the ZR1X.
Mm-hmm.
The magnetic ride suspension is a little bit different. It's FEH versus the FE8 on the ZR1. And then the ZR1X also has its own transmission code of MLP. So it comes with the J58 brakes, while the optional J59 brakes come when you do the ZTK package. Now that the order guide is out, I bet we see our first ZR1 allocations within just a few weeks. If not the next order cycle, I'm not sure when after that it's going to happen, but it's coming soon because they promised that availability will happen on the ZR1X by the end of 2025. And so you got your ordering in place, and then you take 8, 10, 12 weeks to produce. That puts you right around Christmas time.
Man, that's exciting, buddy. That's really exciting.
Yeah, it's really coming at us fast here.
That's awesome. And our final story, Keith, the ZR1X is also going to be sold in Mexico. I think that's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it will be. ZR1X will debut in Mexico. It's the 90th anniversary for GM Mexico, so they probably want to do something special down there.
Nice.
But these cars are so special anyways that they're only offered in a couple markets. They're offered in the USA, they'll be offered in Canada, Mexico, and probably the Middle East will probably be where these cars are offered. And then when it is offered in Mexico, it's just going to be the coupe version that'll be sold at the 10 different Chevrolet performance stores in Mexico. We still don't have official pricing or the launch dates yet, but they did say in 2026. Pretty cool. Again, Steve, it's just another example of Chevy's world domination tour with the C8 doing its magic.
Indeed, buddy. That's true. Even if it's in North America, it's still world domination because it's another country.
That's right.
Well, buddy, let's take our first break. When we come back, it's Corvette Racing and Corvette Rumors. That's on deck next, here on Corvette Today.
Wheelcraft's PVD chrome finish in bright chrome or black chrome is the buzz of the Corvette community. But now, Wheelcraft is proud to announce they can now do custom finishes for your OEM wheels, including the bronze wheel color option. And you still get the Wheelcraft 5-year warranty on all wheels. Wheelcraft offers factory wheel exchanges for C4 through C8 Corvettes, or they can apply the PVD chrome finish to your current wheels. Buying a new Corvette? Wheelcraft will work with your Chevrolet dealership to get your PVD chrome wheels there on time. You can drive away with your new wheels already installed. Doing an R8C delivery at the National Corvette Museum? Wheelcraft has partnered with the NCM Motorsports Park to do wheel exchanges once your R8C delivery is completed. You'll drive home from the NCM with your new Wheelcraft wheels. Plus, you still get free lifetime access to the Wheelcraft pit crew. So visit wheelcraft.com or call them at 833-639-4231. Arrive in style with Wheelcraft.
The National Corvette Restorer Society is a proud sponsor of Corvette Today. Are you already an NCRS member? If not, you should consider joining, and here's why. The NCRS means community. We're a community of individuals who love the Corvette hobby and enjoy the fellowship that NCRS provides. We have NCRS chapters throughout the U.S. and Canada where members can meet monthly and share in the enjoyment of the Corvette with like-minded people. NCRS means excellence. NCRS trains some of the best and most educated judges and informed owners in the car collector world. NCRS means inclusion. Owners of both classic and new Corvettes are welcome. We offer flight and concourse judging for 53 through 07 model years and sportsman awards for Corvettes ranging from 53 through 2025. NCRS means leadership. With over 10,000 members, NCRS researches, writes, publishes, and distributes tech manuals and judging guides for the 53 through 07 Corvettes. No other Corvette organization does this, and they're available for purchase. Members also receive the bi-monthly and award-winning Restore magazine and Driveline magazine throughout the year. We also host an extensive technical discussion board at ncrs.org. Finally, NCRS means value. Many of our prestigious awards can and often do increase the value of the cars that achieve our awards. Whether you own a 53 Corvette or the latest 25 model, the NCRS has a place for you. Check us out at ncrs.org.
Hi, I'm Mark Falter, host of the Retirement Income Hour podcast and Corvette enthusiast. I know when I bought my Z06, I was thinking two things. These cars are fabulous, and wow, are they expensive. Owning a Corvette isn't just about driving fast, it's about living life in the fast lane. But are your finances keeping up? On my podcast, I make wealth management as smooth as your Corvette on the open road. Whether it's planning your retirement, building your investments, or how to get enough income from your retirement to pay for your Corvette vision, I got you covered. Search the Retirement Income Hour podcast wherever you get your podcasts, and let's shift your finances into overdrive. I'll see you on the open road financially and literally.
Investment advisory services offered through Mid-American Wealth Advisory Group, an SEC-registered investment advisory firm.
Hello, everyone. This is Jim Merrow. You're listening and watching the Corvette Today podcast with your host and my friend, Steve Garrett.
Thanks for checking out Corvette Today on podcast and YouTube. It's the only current podcast dedicated to Corvette. Corvette Today is brought to you by Wheelcraft. Wheelcraft carries all the latest factory wheel designs for the C8 Stingray, Z06, and E-Ray, plus popular wheel designs from previous generations. Now, along with bright chrome and black chrome, Wheelcraft now offers bronze and custom colors at half the cost of OEM. So visit wheelcraft.com today or just give them a call, 833-639-4231. I'm your host, Steve Garrett. With me is my buddy Keith Cornett from CorvetteBlogger.com. Every other week, we keep you current and up to date on what's happening in the world of Corvette. In segment 2, we always cover Corvette racing and Corvette rumors. Keith, we got a lot of racing to go over. First, let's start with Corvette racing at Indy.
Yeah, this was the 6-hour Battle of the Bricks, and always exciting to see IMSA racing at such a historic place like the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. This was also the second to the last race of the year. Antonio Garcia and Alexander Sims would take fourth in the number 3 car, and then the number 4 car with Tommy Milner and Nicky Katzberg would finish 6th place. So this was still good enough for the team to maintain their first place standings. The number 3 Corvette has just an 18-point advantage. Chevrolet is currently first in the manufacturer standings by 46 points. It's really exciting, Steve, because the title is actually going to come down to that 10-hour Petit Le Mans in October at Road Atlanta. That's the way it should be. You know, I hate it when the races are all set up and there's nothing to race for, really, except for pride. Here, we're racing for the title at Petit Le Mans. That's pretty exciting. The other thing that happened, too, was AWA driver Ore Fidani. He is currently tied in the standings for the IMSA Bob Aiken Award for the highest finishing bronze driver in GTD. Now, this is a big deal because winning this award last year got AWA invited to the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Hopefully, Fidani and the team will be able to do it again. They get that automatic invite and go to Le Mans, and that's a great way to end the season, I think.
Definitely. Boy, it's the bottom of the ninth. It's 2 outs, and the score is tied, isn't it?
It is, and we're looking at a full court press.
Absolutely right. Buddy, we also had Corvette racing in Japan. How did that go?
So this was the Intercontinental GT Challenge Series, and it was the Suzuka 1,000-kilometer race. Corvette Racing actually helped staff some of the entries for the customer team, Johor Motorsports Racing. They're the team from the Philippines, I believe. IndyCar racer Scott McLaughlin was there with Alexander Sims and Nicky Katzberg, and they filled out the drivers for their number 2 Corvette, and they finished 3rd overall in the pro class there. So that was great news. That was the first podium finish for Corvette Racing in the Intercontinental GT Challenge Series. It's actually a series that Corvette Racing's been looking at, seeing if there's any customers looking to go full-time in there. That number 2 Corvette was actually entered with another car in the Pro-Am class, and that was the drivers and team owners. You had Prince Jeffrey Ibrahim, Prince Abu Bakr Ibrahim, and then they were joined by driver Consta, I can't say his last name, Steve, Lapaling, I think, but it was his first start in a Corvette. We're glad to have him. Keep winning. We'll learn your names. Glad to see Corvettes both finishing on the podiums at this race. That was exciting.
That is exciting, but please supply us with pronunciation of your name.
Yeah, and help us spell phonetic as well.
Yes, exactly. In the rumors category, Keith, the rumor the Grand Sport just won't go away, and we think we might have a new aero package with the ZR1X, right?
Yeah, this is pretty interesting. Our friend Justin from Horsepower Obsessed came up with this. You know, we've been hearing 2027 now for the Grand Sport. It seems like it's actually got to come in 2027. We think that C8 might run through 2028, maybe into 2029, but I think definitely into 2028 is when we saw the changeover happening. But he's got a little bit of insight. He's saying that the car actually will be a wide body similar to the Z06 and E-Ray, but some differences on that front grille and the rear fascias. The front grille, he thinks, will be more of a combination of the Stingray version, where the center of the Stingray's front grille, there's no radiators behind it. So there's like this plastic piece that closes off and is set up where you can mount the front license plate to if you need it. He's thinking there's going to be some of that happening there. He didn't talk about the engine, and that's one of the things that we're really interested to find out more about. We do know that GM is working on a 6th generation small block. We're just not sure if it's going to be done in time for the Grand Sport or if it's scheduled for C9 in that 2028 to 2029 timeframe. So stay tuned there. But what really Justin had was some interesting stuff on the ZR1X. So if you remember when the ZR1 configurator first came out, there was a really weird carbon fiber splat that was inside the front fender wells.
Yeah.
And GM said, oh, that's just a mistake. We'll take it out. And they did take it out. Well, Justin says, no, that part's coming back. And not only that, he's got the GM part numbers for it. It shows that the package will include that fender splat plus a additional dive plane that goes above the primary dive planes on the car. So you have like a 2 dive plane setup and then that front splat there. He's saying that's on a future signature aero package that's coming. He's got the GM part numbers for it. Again, since we saw it show up in the C8 ZR1 configurator, I have to say that he's probably spot on with this news, and it's something that's coming later on. We looked for it as soon as the ZR1X configurator came out. It wasn't there, but there's a plan for it. So good job for Justin for finding some of that stuff out.
Very interesting. All right, buddy, let's take our last break. When we come back, it's the fun side of Corvette that's on deck next here on Corvette Today.
Are you ready for a better insurance policy without the Corvette tax? With Agreed Value Protection, the value of your collector vehicle will never change. Plus, you'll save money. Get a quick quote at ncminsurance.com.
Hey, Corvette lovers, this is Brian Sarr from IntelliSense Family Office. You've formerly known us as True Wealth and Company. First off, a huge congratulations to Steve Garrett on celebrating 6 amazing years of Corvette Today. We've been proud sponsors every mile of the way. You know the thrill and drive and the pride of ownership, but here's the big question. Do you have the same confidence in managing your wealth? At IntelliSense Family Office, we specialize in helping high net worth individuals like you protect, grow, and enjoy their wealth. Whether you're a successful entrepreneur, a professional athlete, or someone who's worked hard to achieve your financial goals, we've got you covered with personalized expert advice. We understand the unique challenges you face and the dreams you have for the future. From advanced tax planning to succession planning, we provide comprehensive services tailored to your needs. Our goal? To give you peace of mind so you can focus on what you love. Ready to take your financial management to the next level? Visit IntelliSense.com or reach out to us today at 913-653-8783. Let's drive your financial success together. I'm Brian Sarf, and I look forward to helping you live the dream. Save the wave and see you on the road. Investment advisory services offered through IntelliSense Investment Solutions Incorporated, an SEC registered investment advisor.
When you want to buy a Corvette, or any Chevrolet for that matter, get yours from Hendrick Chevrolet Shawnee Mission, located in Kansas City. Hendrick Chevrolet is the largest Corvette dealership and showroom in the Midwest. With a knowledgeable sales staff and Corvette sales specialists on hand, they'll help you build the Corvette of your dreams, and they ship nationwide. With Corvette certified master mechanics on site and a huge parts department with over 24,000 parts and $2 million in inventory, Hendrick Chevrolet is well equipped to take care of your every need. From sales to service to collision repair, Hendrick Chevrolet has you covered. Visit ChevyUSA.com or call 913-384-1550.
Rev up your ride with the ultimate upgrade. The Radiator Grill Store is your go-to destination for top-notch C8 Corvette Stingray, Z06, and E-Ray accessories. Elevate your style with custom-painted engine bay covers, sleek front splitters, and side skirts that scream sophistication. Keep your C8 protected with premium Radiator Grill screens. Stand out from the crowd at car shows and beyond. Use code CT10 for an exclusive 10% discount off your total purchase at RadiatorGrillStore.com. Don't miss out on turning heads. Upgrade your Corvette today.
I'm Harlan Charles, and you're listening and watching Corvette Today with Steve Garrett.
Hey, thanks for listening and watching Corvette Today, the show that talks about everything Corvette. Corvette Today is brought to you by Wheelcraft. Wheelcraft carries all the latest factory wheel designs for the C8 Stingray, Z06, and E-Ray, plus popular wheel designs from previous generations. Now, along with bright chrome and black chrome, Wheelcraft also offers bronze and custom colors at half the cost of OEM. So visit wheelcraft.com today or just give them a call, 833-639-4231. I'm your host, Steve Garrett. With me is my buddy Keith Cornett from CorvetteBlogger.com. If you want a deeper dive into any of the stories we cover, you can always go to CorvetteBlogger.com. In this final segment, we always cover the fun side of Corvette. Keith, this was awesome. We saw some of the new 2026 options like the bronze calipers and also the Santorini blue interior, didn't we?
Yeah, these are starting to filter out now. Of course, while we were in Bowling Green last month for the NCM 31st anniversary celebration, that's where we spied one of the guys from the assembly plant. He was driving a Roswell Green ZR1X. I was taking some pictures of it, and I realized, wait a second, this has got the new bronze painted brake calipers, something we hadn't seen before. Took some pictures of that and shared it, and unfortunately, Steve, the comments weren't very kind to this new shade, and I think somebody put it best. He called it the same desert tan color that the military uses in the Middle East, as opposed to being a true true bronze color. It is more of a beige, more of a lighter brown than it is a bronze.
Okay.
Not the color we were hoping for there. Now, our friend Mike Furman sent us photos. He had a 2026 Stingray in Riptide Blue show up with the new Santorini Blue interior. If you know Mike, he's a big blue car fan. So the combination of these two colors was something that he really wanted to see. I've been very impressed with the new Santorini Blue. I think it's a huge change from that Tension Twilight Blue that we had previously. Actually, since the C8's first started production in 2020, we've had that two-tone blue on there. It's just something about it. It's a rich color. I just really like it. And then, in fact, Sioka, our friend Brandon over there, did a couple features on some of the new Stingrays. They had a Santorini Blue interior with an Arctic white exterior. And wow, talk about classy on that, Steve. It was a really good-looking combination there as well. We're expecting some more combinations as cars start to hit dealers and dealers want to take a look. The one color combination I think everybody's looking forward to seeing, I don't know if they'll look forward to going for, but it's the Hysteria Purple with the Santorini Blue interior.
Ooh.
Conti said don't do it, and then Mike Furman said it could be interesting, and then Brandon says it's a high risk, high reward kind of order, for somebody that goes with that color combination. So if anybody sees that out there, let us know. That's a color combo we're hot on to take a look at.
Yeah, I did see Mike Furman's video, and I saw Brandon's video from Sioka, and that was really, really good. He did a nice job. You know what? Maybe they didn't hit the mark on the bronze calipers, but they sure hit the mark on the Santorini Blue interior.
It does look good.
Yeah. Also, this is awesome. The National Corvette Museum delivered its 20,000th R8C delivery car. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. It's a 2026 Sebring Orange Stingray that was on the lot there. We call these R8C deliveries after their RPO code. These cars are built, then they get sent over to the Corvette Museum where they're prepped and then delivered to their owners out on the Corvette Boulevard. The price for the delivery program is $1,495. It's a really nice perk. You get all kinds of stuff with it. I haven't done this yet. I know that you did the experience. I always said if I do another Corvette delivery, it'll definitely be an R8C delivery at the Corvette Museum.
Yeah, I love the museum experience delivery, and that was 2 years after I purchased my 2023 70th anniversary car. So the museum experience is really a great thing for owners that aren't buying brand new cars. You can still have your car delivered at the museum, but R8C delivery is fantastic, obviously. So that's really great. Also, this is really cool. The ZR1's LT7 engine was named as Ward's Auto World's one of their 10 best.
Yeah, again, Steve, we live in crazy times. This is the twin-turbo 5.5-liter LT7 V8. It provides 1,064 horsepower to the ZR1. It was honored by Ward's Auto, who put together a top 10 list of the best new engines and propulsion systems each year. What's crazy about this, Steve, is the LT7 was the only standard internal combustion engine honored by Ward's this year. All the other ones are some sort of electrified or hybrid propulsion systems. The LT7 is the only ICE engine to make the list this year.
Amazing. That's crazy. Unbelievable. Wow. And our final story, Keith, this is hats off to you. CorvetteBlogger was quoted in the Wall Street Journal. Congratulations, buddy.
Well, thanks. Yeah. So the Wall Street Journal, they were covering the recall and stop sale order on the Z06s and the ZR1s. One of their reporters reached out to me for some insight on what Corvette owners are thinking about this. Overall, I was very happy to be included in the article, obviously. He asked me what owners think about the recall issue, and I kind of gave a two-part answer. Obviously, people are rightly concerned over the refueling issue. We want cars that are safe, and of course, these are our babies, right? We don't want to see our babies burn up. But we also know Z06 owners who are happily driving their cars and will be driving right up till they get that new part in there. I think overall, the article came off pretty well. We also were able to connect with one of the guys whose Z06s did burn down at a gas station. Sadly to say, he's moved on from the Corvette hobby. He ended up with a big full-size truck out of the deal, I think. But we do know that cars, like I said, are being fitted with these parts at the factory. And now it's just a matter of time before dealers get the parts and are able to start setting up the recall appointments and get them installed on the customer cars.
Well, buddy, congratulations on being a source for the Wall Street Journal. That's what 20 years in the Corvette community will get you. Congratulations.
Yeah, and if I don't say anything, I don't think anybody else will. So you got to toot your own horn there every once in a while.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, buddy, thanks for being back on Corvette Today. We'll get together again in 2 weeks.
My pleasure, Steve. If you see us out there, keep waving and just keep driving those cars. They're wonderful.
Thanks again for listening and watching Corvette Today. And be sure to tell your family, friends, and other Corvette enthusiasts about the Corvette Today show. And thanks to our sponsors, Wheelcraft. Want to dress up your Corvette with bright chrome or black chrome wheels? Visit wheelcraft.com to learn about their advanced PVD chrome finishing. They can refinish your wheels or offer a wheel exchange for most models, and it comes with a 5-year warranty. Visit wheelcraft.com today or call 833 833-639-4231. Soul Performance Products at SOULPP.com, the official performance exhaust of Corvette Today. Ciocca Corvette at CIOCCACorvette.com. E5 Wheels at E5Wheels.com. IntelliSense at IntelliSense.com. Also, Aerolarri Wheels. Get $100 off your purchase with the promo code CT111 at Aerolarri.com. Mark Falter with the Retirement Income Hour podcast. And Hendrick Chevrolet in Kansas City at ChevyUSA.com.
Thanks for checking out Corvette Today on podcast and YouTube. If you'd like to contact Steve with ideas for Corvette Today, you can email him at stevegarrettdj@gmail.com. Garrett has 2 R's and 2 T's. That's stevegarrettdj@gmail.com. Also, sign up for email notifications at corvettetoday.ck.page. Follow Steve and the show on social media on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Threads at Steve Garrett DJ. Thanks again for listening and watching Corvette Today.